Yeah, baby. Welcome back to Stage Element, where we share, heal, and create through art. Let's begin. I'm so glad you're back at Stage Element. So proud of you that you showed up for yourself. Since last video was about creating our emotional color wheel, today's video is about how to use it. If you have not seen my previous two videos, it would be a best time for you to go and watch them first before you watch this one, since it might not make really a lot of sense if you continue watching this one. Emotional color wheel is something that has helped me with my own emotions, and I mentioned that in my previous videos as well. So please make sure that you have yours on hand, or maybe just sit back and enjoy and learn how you can use yours. Let me bring you to the past of 2020. That's when I started to journal my emotions. Again, I did not know what I was feeling, what was triggering me, and how to deal with those big feelings. And that's where I asked my mom and I said, do you have any journal that's laying somewhere? But it was very simple and small. As you can see, it could fit in my purse, it could fit on my desktop, it could fit anywhere. I could take it with me basically on a plane, I could take it with me on a hike, anywhere where I would need to journal. Now this is a really fun part because everything that I write in here is in Latvian. Yeah, if you've never heard of that language before, then you can Google it. But here you go. Go ahead and try to read it. This says feelings in Latvian. On the color wheel, I would suggest to pick 6 to 8 opposite emotions. So for example, if you're picking joy, then pick sadness. If you're picking anger, then pick freedom. So those kind of opposite emotions. So the wheel just represents opposites. And again, if that does not make sense, please go watch the previous video. So here's how I decided to write my feelings down.
So this is how it looks. The first page when you open, you see all of the emotions that I wrote down, and it can be the freedom, happiness, fear, anger, sadness, safety, and then I write down all the things. But the very important things what you want to do is ask the question, what happened? And that's what I usually do. I just ask that question, and then I write down, how am I feeling? And over here, I write all the emotions that are color-coded, and then I write down specific feelings that I felt that day or that time. And then at the end, I like to say a little prayer or write some little prayer, and that has helped me a lot. And as you can see, August 2020, that was the first time when I did it, and it's already been, my last has been September 15.
What I want to encourage you to do is to be honest with yourself, as well as be true to yourself. Be specific and evaluate every emotion. Of course, write them down. First question that I ask myself is, what happened? So you can write down what happened. And that's just about the day, because sometimes you're like, oh my goodness, where did these emotions came from? Why am I so excited right now? Even though I should be sad, or why am I so angry even though nothing really happened? So sometimes those emotions just come later than right in the moment. So this is a very helpful tool that you can use. You can write down what happened today. And I just wrote down everything that was happening that day. What was I doing? I woke up, I went to work, talked on the phone with a friend, watched some kind of movie, maybe listened to a song, anything like that you did, you can write down here. It can also be something major. For example, it was graduation, or it was wedding, or it was funeral. Then the next step that you want to do is write down, how am I feeling? And this is the most important part. This is where your chart is going to come in, because it's all color coded. If you remember from our previous video, we created our own emotional color wheel, and that's the colors that we're going to use. So for example, if your color was red for anger, you would write down in red, anger. And then you would explain and look at those emotions and say, I felt angry when this person didn't respond to me, or I felt angry when this person judged me, or things like that. And same thing you can do with sadness and fear and all the other emotions. Personal last step that I do is I write a little prayer. And that has helped me a lot in my own personal faith. I always write down and I thank God for the emotions that I felt, like the anger and sadness, because each emotion, it grows us closer to who we are in the core, but also to others, and it just develops us as individuals. And of course, I'm very grateful for the emotions that are joyful and exciting, and I pray to God and I say, thank you so much, Jesus, for those emotions that I felt, and I hope that these emotions will last much longer. It's helped me not to stay in that feeling realm of, oh my gosh, my life sucks, everything is so awful, I don't know what's happening, and all of those things. It just has really helped me to focus on what is actually happening, how am I feeling, and how can I change it, and maybe not repeat it again. So it has calmed me and really put me together and has collected me. So I hope it works for you as well. The very important part that I really want to share with you is how you can use this tool to speak and communicate with others about your emotions, because it's always involving other people. It involves our siblings, it involves our other family members, it involves our friendships, relationships, and also the coworker. There you go. Here are the little tips that I can give you. How you can communicate your emotion to others. First, use calm voice, constructive language, and short description. This is going to set the mood, and the person is not going to feel like you're attacking them. They're just going to feel calm, and they also are going to be more willing to listen to what you have to say. Now, the second part of this is you have to tell them how you want them to react. Again, you're not controlling their reaction. You're not saying to them, I want you to smile right now, I want you to be happy, I want you to clap. Not that kind of reaction. I can give you an example. I had a conversation with my friend, and the friend was angry at the moment, and we kind of didn't talk for a really long time, and so we had to reconcile that conversation, right? So I would be going to her, and first I would say, in a calm voice, I would say, okay, I've thought about it, I've journaled, I kind of remember what happened and all of this. Now I want you to just listen and don't get defensive right away. Hear me out, and then you can respond as well, and I will listen to you. So that was kind of the example. Like, I didn't tell her exactly just sit straight, do something like that, but I was more open to her, like, okay, I want you to not overreact. I don't want you to get mad. I don't want you to get super angry or anything like that. I just want you to be kind of receptive to what I'm saying. Last part is, of course, start with fact. Repeat what happened exactly in a situation, in a timing, anything like that. And then you describe your emotion, how it made you feel. You can ask them how you want them to react, not overreact or support you or anything like that. And then number 4 would be action. You could ask them the action. It's something that we as adults have to be responsible of. We can't just expect that all of our emotions are valid and everything is good and we're just going to walk around and everybody else is going to be in a fault. No. As adults, we have to be in control of our own emotions, our own words, and our own feelings, right? The action part would definitely be coming from you, where you would say, okay, I see what happened. I see why that is going to happen, and this is how it made me feel. This was a trigger from childhood, maybe this was a trigger for you. So all that kind of conversation has happened. So that's where you take the action and you say, all right, well, I'm not going to continue saying these words, or I'm not going to continue pushing these buttons of yours. And you take that action, as well as you ask them and say, could you please not watch that movie again at home? Could you please not talk about this date? Or could you please not, I don't know, A, B, C, D, like fill in the blank. Again, it goes with the fact, emotion, ask, and action. So those are the 4 steps that you can do. But again, the first most important thing is for you to realize your own emotions and to realize your own inner world of feelings and how to control them and triggers and all of those great things. Thanks for joining me. I hope this was beneficial for you and you will be able to take the next step of your emotional well-being. Don't forget to watch the previous videos of how to create your own color wheel and the color meaning, as well as please subscribe for some more videos you want to learn and be part of Stasj Element. Would like to see you back. Bye.